Hi, welcome to the channel at the end of the universe. Today's topic is a little different. I don't think I've ever talked about this on this channel, and that's about video game music, particularly video game music composers. Depending on how old you are, you might still remember a time when video game music was basically very simple melodies made by synthesizers, you know what I mean. That doesn't mean that they were bad, actually quite the contrary. They could be quite catchy, and in some cases, such as Super Mario or Zelda, they became iconic. Other times they were so repetitive that they literally drove you insane. But those days of simple, repetitive video game music are gone. Video game music is now a crucial and often very sophisticated part of the aesthetic of video games. It's a powerful tool for mediation, atmosphere, storytelling, and it can be just as powerful as sound effects, images, feedback, you name it. In this video I'm going to talk about my top 5 video game composers. Just to start out with a disclaimer, this is my personal opinion and it's based on games that I've played. Also, to whoever holds the copyright to these songs, please note that I do not monetize my videos. I am including the songs here solely for the purpose of commentary and criticism. Alright, without further ado, let's go to number 5. Jessica Curry is well known as the co-founder of the Chinese Room, which is a Brighton-based video games company. She composed the music for Dear Esther, Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and my favorite, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I chose her for my top 5 because half the power of that game is completely due to the soundtrack. I feel like it's an example of how crucial and how vital a game's soundtrack can be to the experience of that game. Also, she's one of the very few women that I personally know of who compose music for video games, so thumbs up for Jessica Curry. Number 4. Austin Wintory. Austin Wintory was responsible for composing the music for various indie games such as Flow and Journey, Banner Saga 1 and 2, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and more recently, Abzu. I chose him mostly because of his work on Journey, which perfectly accompanies and reflects the flow and introspective beauty of the game. I dare you to listen to this soundtrack and not be moved. It was even nominated for a Grammy, the first time that a video game score was nominated alongside such names as John Williams, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Howard Shore and Hans Zimmer. So a genius and a trailblazer. Number 3. Jeremy Soule. I don't know how to say his last name. I will write it down so you can know who I'm talking about. He has made music for too many games for me to list here. I chose him mostly because of his work on the Elder Scrolls series, but he also made the music for Neverwinter Nights and Guild Wars, for example. After Azeroth, Tamriel is easily the game world where I've spent more hours of my life. Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, the Dragonborn. Just listening to the Dragonborn theme song makes me want to get up, go out and be a hero. It is inspiring and epic and just perfect for the game. Number 2. Russell Brower and Neal Acree. The reason why I'm featuring both Russell Brower and Neal Acree on the same level, on the same spot, is because they often work together on the soundtracks for World of Warcraft or for Blizzard games. It has nothing to do with the fact that I wanted to include more than 5 people in this top 5. Absolutely not. So yes, Blizzard games, that includes World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo. I still get goosebumps when I watch the trailer for The Wrath of the Lich King, which has Neal Acree's Arthas My Son song in it. Or when I listen to Invincible by Russell Brower. Every single expansion in World of Warcraft has a different aesthetic, a different flavor, and they do an amazing job making sure that the music perfectly reflects that. Neal Acree has also worked on the Overwatch soundtrack, which has a totally different flavor, much more futuristic, but still very heroic, very epic, also very iconic, very identifiable. Maybe not iconic yet, but certainly you can identify it when you hear it. So number 1 for me is the amazing Nobuo Uematsu. And I hope, sincerely, that I didn't botch his name. For me, his work is the epitome of video game music. If you don't know who he is, he makes the music for the Final Fantasy series, or at least he used to. I don't know if Final Fantasy 15 actually has his work in it. Should have checked before making this video. Nice. But the ones that he did do are unmistakable. He managed to create a musical identity for the series that increases the emotional power of the stories many times over. His songs tell stories. You just listen to them and you hear stories of hope and fear and loss and love and courage and danger. Everything is there. He has made too many good songs for me to name, but I'm just going to choose two. Final Fantasy X's Zanarkand and Final Fantasy VI Terra's theme, two of the most iconic songs in the Final Fantasy series. I also quite like the Final Fantasy VIII and also Final Fantasy VII. Is there any Final Fantasy game that I don't... Okay, I will stop listing them because too many. All of these reasons are why he is my #1 video game composer. So what do you think of this list? Do you agree with me? Do you want to kill me because I didn't include your favorite video game composer? That's a little bit weird, but I'm okay with weird. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.